not for long. One small voice speaking with the values we were taught as children.
Hi, my name is Dee Harris, and I'd like to share with you a bit of what I've read in a book written by Robin Sharma. The book title is A Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And one of the paragraphs that I highlighted is, I thought that ultimately life is all about choices. One's destiny unfolds according to the choices one makes. And I felt certain that the choice I had made was the right one. I knew my life would never be the same, and that something marvelous, maybe even miraculous, was about to happen to me. It was an amazing awakening. Before I got sober, I had to drink every day. I was a slave to alcohol, and that's all I could think of. I had no choices. My life was about drinking, and everything else got in the way. My family, my job, my friends, everything, until I bottomed out. I suffered what was a pitiful and incomprehensible demoralization, as we say in AA. Let me emphasize that I am not a spokesperson for AA. I am just a true believer that this program works. It has worked for me. I not only stopped drinking, but I did embark on a spiritual journey I had no idea was ahead of me. Everything was so different, so new. It was a miracle I had not picked up a drink today when it seemed impossible for many years. For me, getting sober was an amazing awakening. Another paragraph that I highlighted in Robin's book is, it was like I had some sort of inner compass nudging me gently towards my destination. I didn't even think I could have stopped climbing even if I had wanted to. Well, this makes me reminisce. Back in rehab, it was suggested I get a higher power. For real? Like God? We call it God in AA, but it is a God of my own understanding. I got to make it up. So I chose the Circus neon clown I could see from my rehab room in downtown Reno on the casino corridor. It was happy, warm, and colorful. So I turned my will and my life over to it until I could create one that was more appropriate for my journey. This higher power of mine did put me on a new path. I was excited to find out I was an alcoholic and learn about the disease. I wasn't a loser, one who had no self-will or self-control. So I felt like a sponge for 28 days, focusing and learning about me. What makes me tick? Being a true alcoholic, I wanted more. I couldn't stop climbing, so to speak. Another of Robin's paragraphs that go with what I've previously spoken about is, reflections of the past were quickly interrupted by the stunning marvels of the moment. Everything was so new. Things I had seen 1,000 times before looked different to me. They were vibrant. I learned how to live from my heart, so I was able to give to those who came into my bubble, and I know not by coincidences, the respect and the mindfulness they deserved. They taught me, everything taught me. I became open to my new life. I learned not to shut the door on my past, but to move forward with the lessons living in my addiction and the depths of my hell had taught me. When Robin wrote this book, he had visited a monastery. So now he was ready to leave the monastery and the monks who had taught him many magical, wonderful things. And he's going to share what he's learned when he goes back home to America. This is what he says. Upon learning these timeless truths, you must return to your homeland in the West and share this wisdom with all those who need to hear it. Though we are isolated here in these magical mountains, we are aware of the turmoil your world is in. Good people are losing their way. You must give them the hope that they deserve. More importantly, you must give them the tools to fulfill their dreams. This is all I ask. And that was said by one of the monks before Robin left. For me, today, I have a purpose that I never had before. I am no longer a waste of space on the planet living in self-hatred. I'm one of those people that Robin would come back to help. My higher power asked me to just do my best in sharing my experience, strength, and hope with others. Whoever enters my bubble at any given moment. So here I am, recording this video in hopes that one person gets a ray of hope and optimism today. AA has given me the tools in the 12 steps, and that is my toolbox for living. And this is the last paragraph for today. Deep inside his soul, he somehow sensed that this was the first moment of the rest of his life, a life soon to be much more than it had ever been. Robin Sharma, who wrote this book, is a monk. That was his journey to his new life, selling his Ferrari, veering away from materialism and the corporate life, not finding himself, but creating himself. My journey to a new and spiritual life came from my alcoholism, but our journeys are very similar. To pay it forward, the gifts from our life lessons that have brought us to this magical place in our lives of freedom, contentment, and joy. Thank you for listening. My name is Dee Harris.
One small voice speaking out in honesty, silenced, but not for